Let me ask you something that the fitness world has never ever asked you. Not do you what do you want to look like at 70. Every ad you've ever seen asks you that. I want to ask you the question underneath it. What do you want to be able to do at 70, at 80? What do you want to be able to lift and chase and dance with? Because that answer, not the mirror, not the dress size. The answer should be deciding how you move your body today. And almost no woman has ever been invited to think about it that in that sense or in that way. I work with seniors. I see this every day. I work with women over 40 who are burned out and ready to lead differently. And for their whole lives, they've been trained to chase a smaller body, shrink, tone, fix, reduce. I want to hand you a bigger reason to be strong, one that will still matter 30 years from now, long after nobody cares what size pants you wore. Let me give you the stakes plainly, because you're a grown woman and you can handle the truth without being frightened by it. After menopause, when estrogen leaves, bone loss accelerates, your bones become less dense, more fragile, and it happens silently. There's no symptom, no warning until something breaks. And here is the hard fact the world tiptoes around. A single fall in your later years can end your independence overnight. A hip, a wrist, a fracture, and a woman who was living her full life is suddenly in a hospital, then a long recovery, then sometimes never quite back to independent again. That is not me trying to scare you. That is the data, and you deserve to know it. Because most women only learn it after they fall. But listen to the hope sitting right inside that hard fact, because it's enormous. The very same two things that build muscle build bone. Lifting something heavy signals your bones to hold on to their density and even build it back. Bone responds to load exactly like muscle does. Challenge it and it strengthens. And balance work, simple balance practices keep you steady on your feet so the fall never happens in the first place. Strength keeps you and able to catching yourself instead of hitting the ground. Do you understand what that means? It means you are not a passive passenger watching aging happen to you. You have an enormous say, more say than almost anyone told you. The virility, like being fragile, everyone assumes is inevitable, in very large part is a choice you get to make in the gym twice a week starting now. You're not helpless in front of your own future. You get to vote, and it's a loud vote, and it matters a lot. And here, this is where it stops being about health at all and starts being about your actual life. Because I don't ultimately care about bone density as a number on a scan. I care about what that density lets you do. That strong body is the one that gets down on the floor to play with the grandbabies and gets you back up without a second thought, not the one that has to be helped up, or worse, the one that has stopped getting down on the floor for years because getting up was scary. The strong body carries its own suitcase through the airport to the trip you have been dreaming about, instead of the trip getting smaller and the smaller because the travel got too hard. The strong body dances at the wedding. It doesn't watch the dancing from the good chair by the wall. It's out there. It's in the middle of the life instead of on the edge of it. This is what we are actually training for. Strength is not vanity. Strength is freedom. It is literal physical form of the independence you have spent your entire life building in every other part of your life. You fought for your independence in your work, in your money, in your voice. This is how you keep it in your body. The one place a fierce, capable woman can lose her independence almost without noticing, one avoiding movement at a time. Let me tell you why I train now in my 60s. It has nothing to do with how I look. Don't get me wrong, it is a little added benefit. But I train so that my yeses stay bigger than my nos. That's the whole thing. I train so that when my family says, come on, let's go for a trip, come down on the floor or come dance, come carry this, come live with us. I never, ever have to say, my body won't let me. I refuse to let my body be the reason I miss my own life. That is worth every session, not the mirror, the living, the being there, the full physical, unhesitating yes to the people and the places I love. And I have watched women reclaim exactly this in their fitness. And in their 60s, I've watched more than one of them cry, not from the effort, from the realization, the moment they understood they were not, in fact, sliding helplessly towards being frail, that they had grabbed the wheel, that they were not afraid of their own future anymore, maybe for the first time in years. That is the work. That is the joy of sitting underneath all the science we've done together these last few weeks. The cortisol, the energy, the muscle, and the bone, all pointing here to a body strong enough and free enough to carry the whole beautiful life you've built. This is where the Burns Bench 90-day method leads to a body strong enough to carry the life you've built for as many years as you want to live, all the way to the end, out on the dance floor. Next week on Burns Bench, we are shifting from your body to your hormones, the midlife hormonal shift nobody prepared you for, and how to work with your chemistry instead of against it. If you've ever felt like your own body turned on you somewhere in your 40s or 50s, you do not want to miss it. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification button so you know that the moment it drops. And as always, I will see you on the bench.